and just the distress and burdens of seeing places you know disappear, of being afraid of damage, of economic precarity, of displacement and migration, the added effects of those not only creates a huge public health burden, but it creates a huge social health burden.
Acknowledging that the burden of surviving informally, invisibly, and often illegally in cities in the Global South is a burden that's first and foremost managed by women in poor neighborhoods.
So when we think about climate adaptation, it's not just a very few being able to cope and thrive, but everyone, being able to cope, particularly young people, at-risk communities, and the most vulnerable who are already, being impacted by climate injustice.
Really just want to emphasize, so often, I think, Sheila, we don't spend enough time talking about how these conversations intersect with gender, or to John's point, how these conversations intersect with different generations.
So this is not just a health issue, it is an economic issue, it's a social issue, a political issue that I'm thrilled we are really raising the visibility of. It's what organizations like SEWA is about. But we have to redouble our efforts, because otherwise we will not get the kinds of creative, important, practical solutions that we need.
Having access to clean air, clean water, and clean soil, so having access to a healthier environment and climate is a fundamental right of every woman on this earth and every mankind on this earth.
Coordination in sectoral planning is very vital as part of maximizing development opportunities and also making sure that we are ending up with a water secure world in the era of climate change.
First, we need to understand what are the values in there. Not only the heritage values, the World Heritage Values, but also to understand what is the values for the local community.
This is an earth bag technique, which is done as an alternate construction technique. So we reused these plastic bags that are otherwise used for wrapping vegetables and fruits. We upcycle them, fill them with soil, and then made them into big blocks so they can be masoned into the structure.
It is a political and economic issue, not just a climate transformation, and that's something that they are very aware of.